Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today starts a new series that I wanted to do, and it's going to be the series in my playlist going to be basically called Feeders. And the Feeders basically is going to feature a bunch of different homemade style feeders. Bird feeders and squirrel feeders are the main two that I'm going to start out with, and I'm going to do a different variety of them. So I'm starting out with squirrel feeders today. From work, I went ahead and acquired a 50 bag of whole corn, basically deer corn, cow, goat, whatever you want to feed it to. So what I'm going to do is start out with one of my creative ideas that I've kind of been thinking about, and we're going to go ahead and start popping out squirrel feeders for camp. So I figured we're going to do it here in my new shop. So why don't we get started? I'll flip you all around and we'll show you what I'm going to do. Alright guys, what we have here is a big piece of pipe. This is 8-inch, I guess this is sewer pipe. It's a brand new piece that I acquired. Somebody donated it to the center. So since I have stuff laying around and I like to get used to that, everything I can find. So I got thinking, well, this will be we can make a nice big bulk feeder. Not only to feed the squirrels for watching them, but also I guess there's a lot of squirrel hunting that goes on. So I figure why not kind of get y'all church so you can see this. So we got an 8-inch piece of sewer pipe. I do recommend you use a brand new piece. Just kidding there, guys. So what I'm going to do is I see one side's already been kind of cut. And since I'm really not sure how to cut this, what I'm going to do is try using my Milwaukee M12 saw. And there's no real, I don't think there's going to be really a size or a pattern or anything. I'm just going to see what I can do. I'm just taking an approximate cut. So I figure why not just go ahead and just find whatever I feel like, and I'm going to go ahead and chop this up into several pieces, and we'll use it to go ahead and make several squirrel feeders out of this. Alright guys, as you can see, I went ahead and cut this into 3 pieces, but if you notice, this side right here has a larger flare. Now I'm trying to decide, should I keep it or should I get rid of it? But I'm thinking for long-term use, I'm thinking why not just go ahead and keep it as is, and we'll work with what we got. Well, alright. So this shop is a far cry from my other shop. If you ever see my other channel, Masses 32210, I had a nice shop when I was living in the city, and after moving out here, I really don't have any of the space or any of the features I had in my old shop. But what I do have is a lot of leftover stuff from the previous renter of this place. I went from owning my own home to decided to rent just to get out of the city. He happened to leave some nice stuff here. Now what I'm trying to go through the hoard, because one of the things that what I've been trying to do lately, apologize if the camera's shaky, trying to go through and see what kind of stuff's been left. And there's some nice wood here. I got 2. Let's see what else he's left. Looks like the remnants of an old drawer. I'm going to be taking this shelf. I already have the other one at camp. So, you know what? I think I just figured it out. Since we're going to reuse, we're not going to use the nice wood that he left. I think we're going to actually try to reuse. Here's some old doors. And I think I know where I have outside a set of bigger doors that were left over from something else. So why don't we take these out and we'll work on the outdoor workbench. Alright guys, what I have here is some bigger doors that as you can see that I found. So what I'm going to do is what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and pull the hardware. I wanted to save my smaller doors that I found. Since they're free, we got wood, why don't we just pull the hardware, go ahead and yank all this hardware off, and strip this door down back to wood, and we'll start making some lids and some containers for those. Alright, what I think is going to be easier, make sure you guys can see this. Let's figure out this side of the pipe a little bit straighter. Why don't we put this down? What we're going to do is just go ahead and put it down like this. I'll just get my pencil. And what we're going to do is just trace the inside. And there we go. Since we've got 3 pipes, I figure let's go ahead. I should be able to knock out 3 of these on this one door. There's number 2. We've got an air tank in the way. Still trying to get unpacked in the shop, so I'm very unorganized. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. Moving kind of sucks, but where I'm at, I'd never give it up. There we go. We've got 3 nice circles. We got 3 nice pipes. So why don't we head out to the bandsaw from here? So I think what I'm going to do, and probably do this in fast frame motion, I think we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to try to save some of this scrap. And you'll notice why here in a moment, but I think what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and rough cut all these. We'll go ahead and rough cut the shapes and getting them going from there. So I think let's do this in fast frame, and we'll get this project rolling. So I got thinking, we got our 3 squares cut out. I'm sorry. So I got thinking, we got the 3 circles cut out, so we're gonna have some kind of lids. So I got thinking, well, what about a little grab handle? So I kind of got an idea for a little small, just a little grab handle to pull it up. So why don't we just cut 3 of them out real quick? Alright, what I did is just a simple little grab handle, probably a little too big, but I guess if you wanted to get it up, we just probably end up drilling, we might end up just drilling a hole in the lid for just a string to attach right to the feeder. We got 3 discs cut out. We've got our 8-inch pipe. So I just gotta touch it up. And what I'll do is, you know what? I'm still coming up with ideas. And I think what we're going to do, we might just go cut out 3 more. Let me take these over to the belt sander. Let me get them perfectly set up as I work this idea. And I'll get right back with you guys. Alright. So, what we have right now, we have 3 of these. We got a little cute handle. Something to grab this and pull it up. So what I've got thinking is a lot of times when I'm building something, I kind of revise my idea as I go along, because I'm making this all out of scrap. So what I'm thinking is, now let's cut another 3 of these. So we're gonna need 6 of these total. We're gonna do them the same exact size. I only had to take them on my I don't forgot the name of my belt sander. Run them around a couple times. One of them was actually perfect. The other I just barely had to knock a little off. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to create a top and bottom. So we got, as you see right here, we got a nice fitting bottom. So why don't we go ahead and create a top. And we'll go ahead and finish making these big giant bulk squirrel feeders. So, got 3. Let's go ahead and cut 3 more out. I'm not going to put y'all through the boredom of watching me cut 3 more of these out. So let me knock 3 of these out and I'll be right back with y'all. Alright, we got another 3 cut out. So I think it's time. I figure out. Let's go ahead and kind of cap this. Now if you notice, went ahead and put it in. I ran these also on the belt sander, so I got them right where I would like to. And what I'm doing, we're just going to go ahead and pre-drill a couple holes. Just going to go ahead and pre-drill a couple holes all the way around. And I don't know where I took the bit out of this. And also using the Milwaukee M12s. Now for screws, something short would definitely suffice. Unfortunately, this is all I have, and since I'm using stuff that is free, that was donated, there we go. Now what I'll do, I'll just put my hand back in the bottom, push it, flush, and we'll continue on all the way around. Which that didn't make a difference, but I'll go ahead and do this part off camera. Let's do at least 4 spaced out. Really, it's just 4 or 6, I don't know. With these such long screws, I think 4 should suffice. So I think that's what we'll go ahead and do. I'll do this off camera, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright. I went ahead and I took this one pipe that had the big old flare on it. I guess it would have been a coupler that would have coupled the sewer pipes together. Went ahead and cut that off, so I have basically, right now I have 3 different size feeders. They're all a hair bigger than each other. We'll go ahead and let y'all see that. Now, size doesn't matter. Each one will hold just a little bit different amount. I see where this pipe was originally cut on one of them. I do have to trim it a little bit. Don't mind, it don't have to be dead perfect. But let me also show you this. I hope you can see that. If you notice, there's you can see light through the other end, which is going to be kind of good. Water gets in here, it will have an escape path. Like I said, this is just going to hold some bulk corn. So the next step is for me to figure out, which these lids are nice and tight. That might just suffice, but I'm thinking is I might go ahead and just put a couple screws in here just to give it a stopping point, so where this lid will actually stop. And I think that's how I'm going to just devise. We're just going to keep it simple. 3 screws just going into the plastic, just so the lid has something to hit and it stops, and we'll be good to go from there. So I guess let me find the drill bit I was using. Actually, let me just go a hair size smaller. Alright, so let me go ahead and let me go grab 9 screws, and like I said, we're just going to put 3 of them around. So basically, when you're going to set your lid in, it just will sit on top of the screws. That's the whole point. It's just really to keep the squirrel from getting straight in there or anything else. We're not going to actually keep water out of this. I doubt that's ever going to happen. But mine, I'm trying to keep this as a very simple type feeder, nothing very much fancy. Let me grab 9 screws and I'll be right back with you. Alright, went ahead and got the 3 screws, and it's just, let me see, some of these are going to be a little tight. Eventually it'll be wore out just enough, or they'll go slipping a little bit easier. Notice, looks like a big old giant popsicle. I just took my bride nailer and just bride nailed these in. I was going to originally do a hole in the lid for a string. I don't think I'm going to need it. Now some of these are tight. Pull it off. You can fill up your bulk feeder. So we got the 3 canisters done. Now it's time to figure out how we're going to let our furry little buddies steal the corn out. So let me go in the shop, see what I got. I'm almost thinking of maybe a trough with a simple little hole or something. Maybe even something that allows them just to reach in and grab what they want. Let me figure that out. Like I said, something like right here. Let me go grab my hole saw kit. We'll figure it out as we go. Alright, ended up grabbing 1 3/4 hole saw. So, I don't think this is going to be any rocket scientist to it. So what we're going to do, whoa, I guess I should pre-drill. I guess I should be pre-drilling this. This is a tough plastic ore. Let me put it on its side. There we go. Alright. Now that I got it started, let's see, there we go, and that's perfect. I think that would be good. Fill it up with some corn, and I'm almost going to bet they can help themselves. So why don't we get the other ones done? Let me get the other 2 holes done. We'll do that off camera, and we'll just go ahead and grab some corn and try to fill it up and see what it does.